Doing great. How are you, Tony?
I'm wonderful. This was so unexpected, and I just dived at it because I get to talk with you one more time, and I don't know if Jared knows that you and I are friends, and I talk with you all the time. It's nice.
Yes,
By the way, I hope you make it to the table read tomorrow for Charisma Killers.
I will be there.
My dear friend Vanessa Angel is co-starring with you.
Yes, I can't wait to meet her. We just started following each other on Instagram, so I'm excited. I'm so excited to work with her.
So make sure you take a picture and send it
I
to me.
will.
Yeah.
I will.
Congratulations. Congrats. I love her. That's great.
Yeah, I've known her for a long time, and I've known Jackie for a bit, and now you and I, Jared, are going to be friends. So there. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Dawn. This is a thrilling psychological thriller. It's very, very complicated to explain, but it's not really a rideshare type drama. It's all about social media and people following each other and stuff like that. What brought you to the role, Jackie?
Well, I read the script and I thought it was very unique. And I thought there's not many roles that are, female serial killers. And I thought this is a really interesting concept in a whole. And I actually thought that it was very unique and almost had a deeper meaning when I read the script. I thought there was something bigger than what it really says on paper, I thought.
Yeah, I think it's the movie has a lot to say. It's also, one of those edge of your seat, white knuckle kind of rides, and which I love that type of movie. Jared, you're more known as a director, but you've got skills as an actor. Talk to me about what you like doing best. Do you like being in front or behind the camera?
When I first came to LA, to Hollywood, I was all about being an actor 100%, and I had worked for years and screenwriting and then so to be the way I sort of say, it's like I'm a failed actor turned director is basically is kind of a lighthearted but somewhat true. I really do love acting, and I just, switched my focus because it wasn't really going that, in the right trajectory. And I started directing, and that, worked out better. But I love acting, and so the opportunity for me to play a lead role in a movie, especially with Jackie and Nick, the director, and the producers, I know them all, and it was really cool. So I hope I get to do more acting in the future, but we'll see.
I hope you do as well, because you do have a natural gift for explaining things with your face, your eyes, your movement, and really those are great tools for an actor to have in their tool belt. Jackie, was there a long audition process for this?
No, I was actually pretty much offered the role.
Well, that's the best kind of audition.
You're like, we know you can play crazy. So, well, Nick had worked with me on another movie that I was playing a murderer on, and I guess he thought, look, she can handle this.
You're also dealing with scenes that are in cars, and it's a bit claustrophobic for an actress, isn't it?
Honestly, Tony, this was one of the most challenging scripts I'd ever worked on, because not only did we have a very short rehearsal period, we had a very short shooting schedule. So it was like about 5 days. We were shooting so many scenes in one day, and Dawn had a lot of dialogue. So it was a lot to take on. But yeah, it was definitely challenging, but I think it's a really fun challenge, to do something that you're not really sure how it's going to work necessarily. Like, I didn't exactly know how we would film a lot of the scenes, but it really was great to work with Jared because I know Jared very well. We've worked together a lot, and Nick as well. And just Sarah was great. Everyone was we all just really got along. So it was really fun to work together.
In adding to what Jackie is saying, I mean, since you guys have kind of known each other and worked together before, Jared, is there a shorthand that's present when you know somebody on a set?
Oh yeah, it just makes everything so much more comfortable, because these are people I know, and we have a history, and I've worked with the DP and Nick and Jackie, and so it makes the process of sort of getting into character, because you in a relaxed way. I on other if I didn't know anybody, I think I'd be a little bit more angsty. Is usually how I get nervous. I get a little nervous or that, but didn't have to experience that, because I just felt in a creative, safe place.
Jackie, in getting into the character of Dawn, was there some trepidation? I mean, or it's certainly not easy to get into the mind of a serial killer.
No, it's definitely not. And luckily, I watch a lot of true crime, and I watch a lot of documentaries on this kind of mindset. Just, it's different with women though, because there aren't a lot of, there's, I guess, monster, but there aren't many female serial killer movies.
No.
It's not something that you really see that often. So when I read the script, I knew, okay, what's her perspective? What's her point of view? And that was, because she obviously thinks what she's doing is justified. So you have to kind of get behind what that is and what's motivating her to act like this.
Jared, going back to being a director and an actor, I mean, does one inform the other for you? As an actor, do you understand what's going on with the directors? And as a director, you must understand what's going on and be empathetic to your actors.
Yes. I mean, I am, if I think about it, when I'm an actor on the set doing that, I consciously try to block out all my directing and filmmaking knowledge. I try to, because then you start to get into a situation. Wow, why is he not, getting this shot? Wow, or but that will, if you think like that, then your brain is fogged with those thoughts, and not able to get into the acting, the creative, the character. So I'm very, because I'm a director, I guess I respect, I would never want to put that upon the director, any sort of influence, even if it's a subtle thing. So I really try to consciously just be an actor when I'm acting.
Wow, that's impressive, because it's a lot of people just like to, blurt, hey, why don't we put the camera here? And it just kind of,
it's annoying. It's annoying when you're directing. So I would never, if I'm directing and I'm working with someone and they have an idea, I'm always open and collaborative, and that's the type of filmmaker I am. That said, sometimes you're, in the zone doing your thing, and then if someone just blurts something out like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did this or that, whatever?" You kind of, it's a tricky situation, because if you're a lead actor is saying that type of stuff to you, you don't want to upset the actor and say no, shut him down. So you have to be, it's a process of, okay, maybe we'll try it if we have time, or maybe you do, or whatever. But you also have to, stay true to your vision. So yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But on Dawn, yeah, I just acting.
Yeah, it's all diplomacy when you boil down to it. Jackie, is there something in your contract written somewhere that every fourth or fifth film you work with Eric Roberts?
there's more coming out too. There's another coming out with Eric in a very different different role. I hope one day that we can just make an edit of all the times I've worked with him. That's what I would like to see. I love Eric, and he was great in this film. He was crying and hysterical when we were filming this scene. Not to give too much away, but I haven't seen the movie, neither has Jared. So
yeah, I've known Eric almost 40 years. We did a movie called Runaway Train with John Voight together, and he's just an amazing talent. And you're also, see, I have so many friends in this business. You're working with Louise Linton as well coming up.
I am. That was this movie Out of Hand with Billy Baldwin. And that's going to be really, really cool. I won't give too much away, but there's a really amazing stunt in the beginning. So
you are a national treasure. I just want to say that.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Tony. You are too.
Well, no, I only reflect the light that you shine. And it's always a great pleasure to see you and chat with you. And I know we're friends, off the camera as well, but you are just such a dynamite talent. And Jared, what a great performance you put in as well. I mean, it was really added so much to the weight of the film. Every scene was just spot on.
Oh, wow. Well, that means so much. That I'm thank you. That is an amazing compliment. And I hope people see that and think of me also as a that I can act, and I'd love to do more. I had a blast. I think sometimes people just kind of don't, people that I know that are making films don't think of me as a potential actor because I do directing, but I'd like to change that.
Don't worry, I'll make some phone calls. Believe me.
Jared did another movie called Feed the Devil. Is that the correct name?
Yeah, Feed the Devil.
He showed, I remember I watched it, it was years ago, and I was like, you need to be acting all the time. I just think he's so great at acting and has such an amazing voice and look. And even in Dawn, when we were acting together, I turned around at one point because he's my friend also. And I was just really blown away by his performance. So I hope that, we haven't seen the movie. I think I'm as scared of seeing the movie as
don't be. I love films like this where everybody in it is giving their heart and soul. You've got people wearing 4 and 5 hats, and it's such a family effort. And as an audience, we pick up that energy and say, wow, this is really something that I will remember for a while.
Thank you. Yeah, and Jared actually said in the interview we just did something that was so true, is that we're kind of indie films are judged because we don't have the budget, we don't have the production value always, but it is such a passionate thing when you're working on a movie like Dawn, where you have 5 days. We all have to, no one can really be lazy. We all had to work really hard to make it come together. We shot throughout the night for most of the shoot. Our sleep schedules were very off filming because we were shooting pretty much from like 9 p.m. all night. So it was very challenging, and you only get 1 or 2 takes. You don't get 100 takes like a Fincher film or something like that.
Exactly. And you guys, as I said, did such a great job. Jackie, I want to see you hop behind the camera and direct.
I would love to.
So
Jared.
I'll make some phone calls there too.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Jackie, it's always wonderful. I'm going to see you when I come to LA in August. So hopefully you'll be around.
I hope
And,
so. Thank you so much.
Take care. Say hi to Vanessa for me.
I will. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.